As the victims are remembered and survivors work to move forward with their lives, the community waits for a permanent space to mourn, reflect, and commemorate. Last month, the One Pulse Foundation, which was formed to build a permanent memorial and museum to Pulse, announced that it was going back to the drawing board for both projects.
The reasons: money and location. WESH News' Michelle Imparato spoke with the foundation as well as Pulse survivors about the tumultuous last few months and how to move forward.
At some point, the building became the North Star, and it's not the building. A building can't be your North Star. Your North Star has to be your mission and how you live it, what you do with it, and it's more about the relationships and the collaboration.
Executive Director of the One Pulse Foundation, Deborah Bowie, talked to me about why 7 years later the foundation is changing its plans for a memorial and museum to remember the events of June 12th, 2016. That includes moving away from the original design plans for both spaces.
There's a lot now, I think, on the table for us to be thinking about, more thoughtful about the project, and one that, has a much more community focus to it.
Bowie says when she joined the foundation, she was stunned to find it didn't have a relationship with many LGBTQ groups in the community. She says she's been meeting with those groups and has learned they need a lot. That's why Bowie says the foundation is now talking about transforming the 47,000 square foot building it owns on West Cayley Street into not just a museum, but a center for the LGBTQ community.
The exciting thing about what we have now as an opportunity is using an existing building, turning it into something beautiful, still having the museum space on the inside, but having a place that the community can actively engage in and be part of.
But for some who are part of not just the LGBTQ community, but the original Pulse family, starting from scratch is not what they want.
It's sad because that dream of making something a reality I just don't see it at this moment.
Nima Barami was Pulse Nightclub's promoter, survived the shooting, and was part of the foundation at its inception, traveling, speaking on behalf of the mission, and giving input on the original plans for the projects.
To change it now sounds like you're running out of money and that we have to figure out a backup plan. The first plan was great because our community picked it.
Former Pulse General Manager Bobby Mills shares those feelings and would still like to see the original memorial, Survivors Walk, and museum come to fruition.
I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was, the best way to word it is, as long as something's there and designated to the survivors, families, victims, and the community, I don't care. I just need that place there because I still need it. It's my therapy. And whether I go there and no one's there, I take that time for myself, or whether I go there and I see a familiar face, a friendly hug to a stranger, it all means the same to me.
Since the original plans were announced, costs to build doubled to a staggering $100 million.
Is the foundation in a good financial standing to move forward with the projects?
I think we're in the best possible position that we can be in given all of the things that have happened. There's a lot that's happened. The organization has not been able to raise the money in the period of 6 years to build the projects. And so now I think having to pivot and look at to say we need a pro forma, we need to know what the plans look like. Is it realistic? Can we maintain it? What would an operating budget be like? I think this is the right time right now to make those decisions.
With the foundation essentially starting over, one thing in the future plan is clear. The memorial will not stand on the site of Pulse Nightclub. The failed land deal between the foundation and the club owners appeared to put that out of reach. But for survivor Angelica Sanchez, Nima, and Bobby, they can't imagine the plans without it.
I wanted to stay there just to be that focal point of what unity looks like when a community comes together after a tragedy such as this.
Yes.
I agree. I think it should stay.
I know everybody has their own opinion. To us, it's our symbol.
Yeah.
It's remembering. It brings us back. I personally would love it to stay.
Michelle Imparato, WESH 2 News.
The future of the nightclub property is still not known. The foundation is leasing the property for the temporary memorial until April, but there are no plans for the property when the lease is up.
The foundation is considering the land it owns directly behind the club on Orange Avenue for the new memorial, as well as the land purchased for the museum a half-mile away on West Cayley Street.